here we are. Back problems. Many people have back problems. So my question for you is, have you been sitting at a computer? Are you slunched over like this? Is your neck starting to go like this? Yeah? Are you starting to get a little lower to the ground? Do you have a bulging disc? Do you have a herniated disc? Do you have spondylolisthesis? Do you have stenosis? These are all different types of back problems, or you just might have whacked out your back and you don't know what the problem is. Well, here, this is the deal. Pilates is very much known for helping spinal problems, big time. And I have seen hundreds of people get better with core strengthening, elongation exercises, all these variations that help with shifting the pain in your back. So please do yourself a favor and do some of these exercises. I promise you, you're gonna feel better. So today we're gonna just focus on about 5 exercises. And so let's look at the first one. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna, sit on a mat or a carpet floor, it doesn't matter. But I'm gonna give you very minor, minimal types of exercises because I don't know what degree you are in your pain and in your strength with your core and with your back. So these are safe exercises for spine problems. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna lift up tall through your spine. Elongation is very important. You're gonna inhale. On your exhale, you really need to tighten into the low abdominals. And if your back hurts, you can hold on to those hamstrings to help you support yourself. You need to pull your abs tight, but try to take your time to get every little vertebrae as you go down, okay? Hold on, inhale, exhale, grip those thighs. You're gonna walk back up the legs and then sit up tall, okay? So instead of going to a full roll down, we're doing halfway. It's called roll up, roll down. So inhale, lift up tall through your spine. Exhale, you're gonna tighten the core muscles, squeeze your butt, but don't grip your hip flexor, low abs. Holding toward the floor, walk down the thighs. Try to get to mid-back. Inhale, one more, exhale, squeeze. Use your arms if you have to. Tighten the core, sit up tall. Okay, let's go ahead and extend the legs. Okay, you're gonna try to control it with your ab muscles, this next movement. Reach your arms lifting tall, inhale. On your exhale, squeeze those little abs. You're gonna try to just get your low back. Many people actually can't do that. Middle, all the way down, very nice. Okay, from here, you're gonna walk your feet in. Okay, so that was exercise number 1. Now we're gonna go into exercise number 2. Okay, it's important to get a little mobility through your vertebrae. A lot of times when people whack their back out, they think, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna move, I don't wanna hurt, I don't wanna make anything worse. Again, these are very mild movement exercises and I just don't see how you're gonna hurt yourself through it. But anyhow, this should help open up those spaces in your back. So bring your arms down by your side. Keep your feet close to your sit bones, that's your butt bones. Okay, knees in line with your hips. We're gonna try to isolate your vertebrae as if you're lifting up one vertebrae at a time, okay? The key for back is core strengthening. One of the keys, there's a couple things, but inhale in place. On your exhale, you're gonna tighten the ribs together. Some of you guys can't do that. Middle abs tight, low abs tight. So, just saying, when you have to go to the bathroom and you squeeze, like you're stopping yourself from going to the bathroom, yeah, I said it. That is where you squeeze internally. It's a deeper internal muscle you want to engage. So let's try it. So you're gonna inhale. On your exhale, blow out, close those ribs. Tighten the abs like you're tying into a corset. Low abs, key muscle. Hold that, you're gonna tuck your butt. And you're gonna slowly lift up just your tailbone. Then the next vertebrae. Then the next one. So you're going up one little vertebrae at a time. Go up to where your hips are bounding level. Stretching your arms, lengthen through the crown of your head. Inhale in place. That's to get contraction happen deeper. Close those ribs, blowing out. Now try to get just your upper back to touch. How do you do that? That would be ribs closing. Then you're going to try to get just the next vertebrae to drop. If you have to, you can do this in front of a mirror. Tighten those abs. Next vertebrae. Next vertebrae. Reach that tailbone away. And then neutral. Good. So I'm going to do that a couple times. I have a microphone in my back. All right, so let's do that again, okay? So your sit bones are planted. You're going to inhale. On your exhale, tighten your core muscles. Low abs deepening toward the floor. Don't grip your hip flexor. That's right here. Tuck your butt. Push your butt bones toward the back of your knees. Think of your tailbone reaching to that opposite wall. We go slow because really we want to build strength and we want to work in control. Stretching and hold. Inhale. That means your spine. Exhale, roll down. Upper back touching. So what you do is you pinch those ribs together to get the upper back to touch. Take your time to get the very next vertebrae. Abs tight, that does it. Middle. Reach that tailbone and hips toward the opposite wall. And neutral. Neutral is this tiny little space in the back at the end. So notice my butt bones pressing in the floor. Here's a little space. I'm not hyperextended. My ribs are down, but I just have a nice little space. That's called neutral spine in Pilates. Okay, one more time. Inhale. On your exhale, tighten the core muscles. How do you know you're right? Your abs are pulling toward the floor. When your abs pulling tight and in the right way, it goes to the floor to where your back is flat. Okay, let's try it again. Inhale. Exhale. Ribs together. Middle abs tight. Low abs tight. Now tilt. Roll up, low back. One little vertebrae at a time. All the way up and out. Here, you're trying to create a 45-degree angle. If you put your hand right underneath your tailbone, you can check that low back area. We don't want this. You see how my butt's out? We want this under, okay, elongating through that spine, kind of like your 45-degree angle in your vertebrae. But don't also let your quads over grip. You want to just keep holding in your glutes, okay? So hold there, inhale. On your exhale, roll down. Upper back, every vertebrae. Again, do it in front of the mirror because you'll really see if each vertebrae or part of your back is touching. And from my experience, when people have really been jacked up in their back, they're really stuck in their muscles, and it's actually really hard for them to get through every little section of their back. So there you have it. So that's your exercise number 2. Okay, so now bring the knees in just for a second, okay, just to open that low back space. So often with your back, especially if you have low vertebrae, low back problems, you need to open your hips as well. And a lot of times the muscles around the corner of the hip get really tight and up into the low back. All these muscles are attached, right? So your hip flexors here, wraps around. If that gets crazy tight, if you're overworking your quads, that can also pull up in your back. So what you need to do is, let's open up the hips. You're gonna bring your left ankle over your right knee and pull that right knee into the chest. I call this pretzel stretch. And you're gonna hold that. You should feel your left butt stretching there. Now to deepen that stretch, you can press your left butt bone. We call it duck tail. You know, like your butt is sticking out like a duck tail. You're gonna press your butt bone toward the floor. That can deepen the stretch, but just hold. Okay, so you're gonna circle the knee and back into the chest. So I've also seen a lot of times when, depending on your back situation, that some people have scoliosis, right? A lot of times with people with scoliosis, their back is, the vertebrae is almost like water, which just, it can like move up really quick and move without any stability. So in that case, you want to try to hold your hip bones still and then pull the knee in, you know, versus letting your butt lift. Otherwise, you're not quite getting the stretch you need around the corner of that glute and hip. So circle and in. The reason I like to do circles is because I feel like it maneuvers the muscles around the socket more. And one more. Switch. Right ankle over left. Okay, so also don't let your hips go all over the place. Keep them in line. You're going to bring that left knee up and hold. Okay, again, you should feel this right away, right in the back of that glute, especially if you're tight. If you're really, really tight and you have compression, you might only be able to have your foot on the floor. Okay, so you're going to circle your knee and in. And circle and in. Drop that hip back, drop the sit bone back. One more, circle and in. Fabulous. Bring the feet to the floor, okay? Now, if you have, well, I was gonna say if you have certain back situations, don't do this, but actually this is pretty mild. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna cross your left leg over right. You can open those palms either to a T or here. And you're gonna bring the knee, so notice I crossed left over right. You're gonna bring the cross leg over toward the floor and let your hip go over the other hip. It's helpful to just stretch. You need to stretch. Breathe through that. Try not to let your shoulder come off the floor. You can either look straight or toward your left arm. Just holding. Back to center. Great. Let's switch. Right leg over left. Okay. Squaring off the hips. That means hips in a straight line. You're going to inhale, exhale, go over to the other direction inside, toward the floor, pushing your hip toward the left side direction. Right arm. You can reach or bend. Head straight or toward your right arm. Breathe deep. And back to center. Very nice. All right. So let's do 2 core exercises. So this is going to be your 2. Because they're specialized Pilates exercises, they're specific Pilates exercises, they work a lot of muscles at the same time. They do a lot of varying things, and they're fabulous, I think, for the back as well. So we're going to go into, let's go single leg series as the first one, and the second one will be scissors. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold those shins, inhale, exhale, round or crunch and hold, okay? You're going to bring your right knee in and left leg straight, okay? Pull that right knee in, don't let it go out to the side. You're going to go right in towards your center or shoulder. Squeeze the leg, switch, exhale, pull that left knee in, hold. Switch, tabletop is here, exhale, right knee in. Stay out of your neck, press your shoulders down. Inhale, tabletop, exhale, left. Good, tabletop and right. Make sure you pull those abs tight toward the floor as you're exhaling. 2 more. Tighten. 1 more. Okay. Rest your head for a moment if you need to as you bring your knees in. If you want more of a challenge, stay up and double the amount. So you're going to inhale, exhale, round or crunch and hold. Right leg to the ceiling, hold. From here, if you can only hold your hips stable at 90 degrees, this is 90, you know, do that. If you can go further, pull toward your head. Okay, 1. Go to legs together, right in line with the hips. Now left leg toward you. You're going to pull. Okay, legs together. Now, a lot of times the hips, the hamstrings, all these pieces can pull on the back, but you need to strengthen your core as well. Okay, switch, inhale, exhale, pull. So we're opening those spaces. Inhale, exhale. Keep it going. Inhale, squeeze, exhale. 2 more. Okay. 1. And rest. Very nice. Okay, so what did you do? You did roll up, roll down, or half roll up, roll down. Okay, you stretched your glutes. You did your core work. And you also stretched your back. So go ahead and grab behind the knees. Okay, kind of like a rocking chair. You're going to round your chin toward your chest and do a little tiny rock. Okay, what you can do is you can push your elbows out. Yeah, and kind of like muscle man. You're gonna just buff up those arms, put some tension there. And some people can do this, some people can't, but you're gonna try to push. Here's the key, push your butt, right? Put some tension in your legs and arms, and you push your legs down into those arms to get up. It's a kind of variation of what's called roll like a ball in Pilates. And more advanced is a tighter ball, but and that's it. So hold there. You're gonna lift up top through your spine, look up, inhale. Exhale, let's grab the thighs with the hands, push your elbows out, round, pull those blades apart. Lift up top through your spine, inhale. Exhale, push your elbows forward, muscle man. You're gonna pull those thighs as you tuck your bum and navel in. Pull the blades apart and rest. And there you have it. There's some exercises for you for your back. I hope you feel better. And I promise you, if you do this just even once a day, you're gonna feel a little bit better. So I hope that was great for you. And go ahead, if you liked this and like my channel, there's more videos to come. So please subscribe and check out the links below. It's all for you guys. All right, see you soon. Bye.